Hi,
Thank you.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
You should have said it first. आपने सिर्फ थैंक यू बोला हमें. चलिए माइंड में रखिएगा इसको. You come from Mirzapur?
No, sir, Chandauli. Mirzapur is my birthplace, sir.
Okay. So you don't know much about Mirzapur.
Sir, it's my maternal grandfather home.
But in any case, what is famous in Mirzapur?
Sir, carpet is famous here.
Carpet
And
industry.
Yes, sir. And carpet making is famous. And apart from that, Vindhyachal temple is also famous, sir.
Okay.
Sometime back, India had a problem with, many importing countries about carpet.
Yes, sir.
India's carpet were.
They were not importing Indian carpet made from Mirzapur. What was the reason?
What was the reason? Can you think of?
Sorry, sir, I don't know. about it.
Child labor. Don't you know?
I'm
Do you
not.
know this or not? You are not aware of
Yes, sir, I'm aware that child labor is used in carpet making.
But how child labor becomes a trade issue?
So because of human right violation, sir.
Can you call it a non-tariff barrier?
Yes, sir, it's a form of non-tariff barrier.
It's a form of non-tariff barrier.
Yes, sir.
Now let me come to your foreign service, your first choice. What
Yes.
option paper you opted for?
Sociology, sir. Sociology.
Sociology.
Yes, sir.
Why you love foreign service first?
Sir, because of the fact that currently I am working in railways and
You are working railways already?
yes, sir.
As what?
As a coaching depot officer, Kasgan, sir. In Ijjatnagar. Kasgan, sir. In Ijjatnagar division. Coaching
Ijjatnagar?
yes, sir.
Bareli.
Bareilly. Yes, sir.
Okay. Coach depot manager.
Coaching depot officer, sir.
Okay. Your background is mechanical engineering?
Yes, sir.
Okay, from BIT Mesra.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so what is the relationship with present job to foreign service?
Sir, actually, the work scope in railways is quite limited, and I find that work scope diversity which is offered by Indian Foreign Service is quite large. I'll be able to work in many fields if I'm posted as a Foreign Service officer, from trade to disaster management, as we have seen recently in Russia-Ukraine war, Turkey earthquake. So these kind of things offer me vast opportunity to work in my life, sir. And this is one of the major factor due to which I have opted for foreign service.
Diversity of
Yes,
work
sir.
offered to you in the foreign service.
Yes, sir.
So, for example, you mentioned about the Turkey earthquake. What was the role of foreign service in Turkey affair? What did they
Sir,
do?
it was mainly about coordinating our Indian forces and where they will have to go and work. That will be coordinated by the foreign services officer, sir. Then need to have someone situated in that country who will be acting as a coordinating body for better outcomes, sir.
If you have interest in foreign service, then you should have interest in foreign affairs also. You
Yes,
have
sir.
interest in foreign affairs.
Yes, sir.
Have you read any book on Indian foreign policy recently?
Yes, sir. The India Way by S. Shankar, sir.
Okay. So, what is the message of the book?
So the main message of the book is that it glorifies Indian mythology in terms of learning Indian diplomacy, sir. It has glorified that.
There is a complete chapter in the book on strategic culture,
Yes, sir.
and there the author Jaishankar draws parallel with Mahabharata strategic culture.
Yes, sir.
If you read the book, let's engage you on that.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by the strategic culture? Does India have a strategic culture?
Sorry, sir. I don't know.
You don't know the meaning of strategic culture.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the mandala theory given in Kautilya's Arthashastra?
Sir, Mandala theory states that the enemy of a state is our friend, and
Don't try hard for that. It's okay. You think that India's neutral stand in United Nations, that is always they are abstaining from.
Yes, sir.
Recently also they abstained. What was the recent even voting about, which was passed? A resolution was passed in even General Assembly on Ukraine. What was that? It was about what? India abstained in that also.
Yes, sir. It was related to Russia-Ukraine matter, sir.
No, that's a very vague thing. What was the specific resolution? You are right, it was about Ukraine war, but what
Yes, sir.
aspect?
So that sorry, sir, I don't know.
And why did he abstain from this also? Don't you think that we are sending a message that we are being pro-Russian by just abstaining all the time?
Sir, for West, they feel that we are being pro-Russian. But for the people of our country, I don't think so. We are being too much pro-Russian. And India's decision at UN is guided by its strategic balance.
That's okay. Have you heard about the present USA strategy, which is known as 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2? What these numbers signify? Make a guess. Right now,
I'm not aware of it, sir.
You are bidding for foreign service. I'm asking you from that arena. Have you heard about something called 5 Eyes?
Yes, sir.
What is 5 Eyes?
Five Eyes is a group of nations consisting of USA, Australia.
Forget the names, I can assume you know the names. What is the purpose of 5 Eyes group?
Sir, it's a
What it's for?
it's for security related issues, intelligence sharing.
And then after 5, I said 5 plus 4. What does the 4 words?
Quad.
Very good. Now you are coming to the point. Then comes 3. What is the 3?
Sir, I believe, sir, it's AUKUS.
Very right. And then it comes 2. What is the 2?
US might be US European Union.
Any bilateral relation that US is entering.
Yes, sir.
This is a very unique information I'm giving you. 5 plus 4 plus 3 2. That's
Yes.
what dealing with. Okay. Now, what is the reason for which Russia has opted out of New START treaty? What Putin has said? Why?
I don't remember, sir.
You don't know this, why this has happened.
I've read it, but I cannot remember it.
When was this START treaty signed? And who were the signatories to this?
So can I make a guess?
Yes, you can.
It was probably signed in 1992.
1992.
Yes, sir.
No, you do not know about this. Anyway, please go ahead.
Your father's income, I see, is only 46,000 rupees per year, is it?
Yes, sir.
What was the source of income?
So currently he has no source of income, sir.
You have agricultural land?
Yes, sir, a little bit, 0.89 acres.
Yeah, but how did you manage in this small amount? Isn't it very difficult?
Sir, I am working in the family. I support my family, sir.
What works have you done? What is your work experience? Actual earning experience?
Sir, pardon me?
What is your earning experience? Where did you work and how much did you earn in the last, say, 5 years?
Sir, I joined Indian Railways in year 2014. In 2014, there used to be an exam called as Special Class Railway Apprentice, conducted by UPSC. The students who used to pass class 12th, they were eligible to appear in that exam.
Don't elongate the answer, very
Yes, sir.
short. I want only the points.
sir. So I was associated with Indian Railways since 2014, and that is the only source of income for my family, sir.
Okay. Then how did you choose mechanical engineering for your further studies?
Sir, people who opt for SCRA, they had to study mechanical engineering.
You already had a background, isn't it?
No,
that
sir.
degree is,
SCRA, sir.
technical.
You are from SCRA?
Yes, sir.
Just fantastic.
Sir, It was
Must have
mandatory.
been trained at Jabalpur?
Yes, sir.
Jamalpur, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Special class railway apprentice.
Yes, sir. For 4 years we have to live in Jamalpur, and professor from BIT Mesra used to come to teach us for 3 days in before mid semester and during end semester.
Okay, now tell me this. What is the actual application of the mechanical engineering skills in your role as a bureaucrat?
Sir, in my current work
No, not current. You are entering
Yes, sir.
aspiring to enter a civil service
Yes, sir.
and also foreign service.
Yes,
So
sir.
in the foreign service, what will be the application of your skills in
Sir,
mechanical engineering?
it will be mainly related to the use of new renewable sources of energy. There is in one semester we used to learn about use of renewable sources of energy and how we can opt for newer.
No, as say a counselor or as an ambassador
Yes, sir.
to say Albania, what will be your role?
To Armenia,
Romania.
Romania. Okay, sir. Sir, we can focus about export of automobiles.
No, don't be very general answer.
Yes, sir.
I mean, specifically, now if you are posted as ambassador, there is a ambit of your responsibilities.
Yes,
There
sir.
is also some authority, some power, and there is certain targets or objectives.
Yes, sir.
Now, does this fit in any of these areas? Mechanical engineering knowledge and skill.
Yes, sir. It definitely fits.
How?
Sir, it could be related to the management of workforce and
Mechanical engineering in the management of workforce.
yes, sir.
Which workforce?
Sir, whatever workforce I'll be allotted.
No, you'll be allotted an office.
Yes, sir.
Maybe a few computers, a few workers. That's all. What else is there with you as
It
ambassador?
will be mammoth force like railways.
You won't have a mechanical field force of workers. And an embassy is an office only. Or
Yes,
a
sir.
consulate.
But there are some works, sir, which will have to be done by some private players also. Currently in
Private
railway,
players of that country.
private players of that country or our country also.
So we
So
are talking of your role as an ambassador or somebody senior in the embassy.
yes, sir.
So there, where is the construction work? And who's on whose behalf?
So let us suppose we are constructing any building in Romania by by an aid of Indian
We are
government.
supposing things, but are there such projects and are they very frequent?
No, sir.
Okay, now your hobby is cricket and you had a lot of attainments in cricket.
Yes, sir.
You are captain of.
Yes, sir. I
Can you
was
tell me what is the length of the bat?
length of bat. Sir, can I make a guess?
No, you should know it. You can't make a guess.
Sir, I don't remember.
Okay, and has it been changed under any regulation in the last, say, 10 years or maybe more?
Yes, sir. The length of width of the bat has been regulated. Earlier, we used to have broad bats, but
What is the difference between a baseball bat and a cricket bat? You know what is baseball?
yes, I know.
First, tell us what is the difference between cricket and baseball? Fundamental difference, not much.
Fundamentally, sir,
And particularly in making the strokes and handling the ball.
sir, in baseball, the bat which is used is in circular shape, and
Okay,
rules
fine.
I don't know.
Uh,
Baseball.
Turkey had an earthquake, isn't it? You know?
Yes, sir.
Now they say that in India also, of course, in the northern, in the Himalayas you had that. But are you expecting an earthquake in Delhi?
Yes, sir. It can be expected.
It can be
Expected. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now supposing you are the Home Secretary of Delhi,
Yes, sir.
you have totally ruled out IAS or no?
Number two.
That is second choice.
Second
choice,
I
yes.
didn't
Very
say.
high, yeah.
Okay, so it is very much that you can get an IAS card
Yes,
in
sir.
Delhi itself. It is theoretically possible.
Yes.
So you are the Home Secretary of Delhi.
Yes, sir.
I am talking of today, or maybe in the very immediate perspective.
Yes, sir.
Now, what preparation will you make for meeting the earthquake?
Sir, first of all, I will try to find out what are the buildings in the city which are vulnerable for earthquake.
How will you do that?
So by conducting a survey.
Who will conduct the survey? There are not 5 or 10 buildings in the city, you know.
Yes, sir. It will be conducted by sir Public Works Department Office, PWD,
They will conduct the survey for.
for Home Ministry.
Okay, you said vulnerable buildings. Then
Yes,
what
sir.
will you do?
Sir, we can plan a policy by giving some tax amenities to people to change their structure.
How much time will it take? How many years for making the incentive policy, delivering the incentive, then asking people to do? How much time will it take? By the time earthquake will come and finish everything.
Yes, sir.
Then, and what organizations can help in organizing relief, earthquake relief after the earthquake? If the event
Yes,
has
sir.
taken place already.
Yes, sir.
Then what will you do?
So National Disaster Management Authority can help, and apart from that, there are some state disaster management stations also. They will be called upon.
What is the very first thing which one does on earthquake?
Sir, informing, I believe, sir, informing National Disaster Management Authority.
No, in terms of action. For example, there's always a disease spreading after these disasters. Generally. So then migration, resettlement. What is the first thing? Turkey has done it. It was publicized also. See, medical, food, all these things are there, but there is
Yes, sir.
something which is more important than this.
Providing shelter for the people is one of them.
Rescuing the trapped.
First thing is rescuing, really. Yeah. Okay.
Many people get trapped.
Yes, sir.
You have to
Thousands of
rescue
people.
them.
So to get them out, that is the first thing, first priority. First
Now
priority.
technology has come for your information. Some radar beams are sent and they sense the lively people through their respiration and all. So they will just prioritize that area
Yes.
for you to find information. This was done in Turkey.
Yes, sir.
And dogs are there also, they sniff the live things. Indians use the dogs. You can use all this information related to your question. Yes.
What is the strength of your personality?
So the main strength of my personality is that I always remain calm, and I think about what to be done for the future wherever I have been posted.
No, what is the strength in that? Yes, calmness is fine. It's very good trait, and I think
Yes,
if you
sir.
have that, you have won half the battle of life.
Yes, sir.
Life's battle is that people get agitated.
Yes, sir.
So, but how have you attained it? Is it natural, born, or you have cultivated it?
So it is natural.
It's natural. You are
Yes,
born
sir.
with a calm disposition.
Yes, sir.
Fine, very nice.
Yes, Rameshwar,
Yes, ma'am.
have you heard about BBC controversy?
Yes, ma'am. I
What
have.
is it?
So it is, ma'am, it is mainly related to the violation of tax laws by BBC in India.
That's all?
It's mainly about that, ma'am.
Is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Government seems to have taken, I mean, there has been in the media also a lot
Yes,
of.
ma'am. It is also about the violation of
That is related to the tax
That-
rate
yes,
that
but
was done. But the issue was
something
more is
different.
controversial in
Contents of the documentary.
yes,
a
ma'am.
controversial documentary.
Documentary. BBC documentary.
Okay.
You've not
You have not
heard?
heard that?
I've heard about that also.
So then let's say something about it.
Okay.
Okay. It is related to making of a documentary on our honorable Prime Minister, and
No, not on.
Is the documentary?
yes, ma'am.
on
It is.
Prime
It is
Minister?
on Prime Minister of our
I
country.
think it's on a good,
Anyway, that's not
Should
the
be, yeah,
Okay.
no,
that question.
Well, at the moment, we are just asking questions. Okay. Now, what do you think? Why is it there are in the newspapers also and in India, there is a lot of this thing that okay, violence
Yes,
against
ma'am.
women. Somebody has killed, put buried pieces, horrible, things like that.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what is the cause? Do you think?
Ma'am, if we look at such,
In the broader
Yes,
society
ma'am.
sense. Now.
if we look at such kind of incidences, there have been many isolated incidences of such kind. One was the incident in Delhi, and
Yeah.
Yeah, there are many such kind of incidences which has been brought to notice.
That I have said.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to come to the point, answer.
I think the main reason behind these kind of incidences is that male egoism, and apart from that, these people are mentally sick who have committed such kind of crimes.
How will you remove this sickness or whatever you
Yes,
call it of the society? What steps do you think need to be taken?
First of all, we need to educate our young generation for a balanced relationship approach, and people should be able to identify who can be the potential criminal. But it's quite tough to identify such kind of people, ma'am.
See, in our culture, they're supposed to believe that women are at a higher pedestal.
Yes, ma'am.
Devi and all that.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, a foreigner is asking you, as an IFS,
Yes, ma'am.
you people only talk about your this thing, but actually, what is actually happening is just in contrast. So
Yes,
how
ma'am.
will you defend your country?
It's not the fact that
It's a question,
yes, ma'am.
but you need to think, and you need to think fast.
Ma'am, on ground level, we are doing many things for the improvement of women in the society. If we look at the literacy rate, the rate of
But
literacy.
what does literacy rate of women got to do with violence against women?
Literacy rate, if a woman is literate, then she should be able to know that something wrong is being done to her. What used to happen in earlier society, there used to be violence conducted against women, but they did not feel that it was wrong. But with literacy, ma'am, in villages it still happens. I've seen such kind of incidences. It still happens that women doesn't feel that if their husband is beating them, and then they doesn't feel that it's wrong. But women who are literate, they definitely believe that it's wrong.
Literacy and awareness, is there a difference between the two? Awareness of issues and literacy.
Yes, ma'am. There is a
awareness
without literacy also.
even without full literacy.
Yes, ma'am. It can also happen.
Okay.
Yes,
You need to remember that. Okay. Mishali,
Sarveshwar, I'm still back to your. How is it bits come into? You are from SCRA.
Yes, sir.
How does the degree is given by the bits?
Yes, sir. It is given by BITS Pilani, sir.
Okay.
No, BITS BIT Mesra, sir. Sorry.
From the beginning, SCRA.
Yes, sir. From the beginning.
Okay.
It can't be from the beginning
Because SCR is very old.
No, sir. From the beginning, no. It started from 1996.
That's right.
Okay.
1996.
Before that, it was SCRA degree.
Before it was AMI.
Okay. No, SCRA is the. At least in our time, it's a very price selection.
Yes, sir.
Only 10 would not more than that.
Yes, sir.
What was your backside?
Sir, 24.
24.
Yes, and many would reach the chairman.
Yes, sir.
And why you did reply on the foreign service, leaving which year you joined railways?
Sir, in 2014, I joined.
8 years of seniority.
So 4
What
years.
is that?
4 years I was as apprentice, and
Oh, I agree that because you were studying.
Yes,
But what is that urge? And how did it happen? Foreign service is my choice. What was the potential? What was your role model that I will go for the?
that already. Diversity of roles.
No. Who was your role model? That is the. You see, you always look at. If I ask,
Yes,
someone asks me, what prompted you? Only the job profile.
no, sir. My role model is one of my senior, Miss Upsc Singh. Miss Upsc Singh, sir.
Okay.
Okay, she is also from Varanasi, and she joined Indian Revenue Service in year 2017.
Okay. You have role model.
Yes, sir.
Now, You are choice is foreign service,
Yes, sir.
and the government asks you to promote wildlife sanctuary in Chandoli.
Yes, sir.
Name the sanctuary and what will be the blueprint to promote whichever country you are.
Sir, I would like to promote Naugad region as a wildlife sanctuary, which is located in Chandoli.
What is the name of that?
So Naugad region is called as Naugad,
Mhm.
and it is quite forested region.
But how is Chandraprabha?
Yes, sir.
Chandraprabha Wildlife Sanctuary?
Chandraprabha Wildlife Sanctuary is located in Sonbhadra, sir.
Okay.
So it is nearer to that
Okay.
also.
Tell me, whatever you choose, I just thought,
Yes, sir.
how would you promote it?
Sir, first of all, I will map what are the species available in these forests, and then I will try to promote. I will look for some uniqueness in this wildlife sanctuary which can be promoted.
Okay, one is the tourist spot. Then,
Yes, sir.
then
Then, what are the amenities for the
Yes.
tourist which can be developed there?
facilities and infrastructure.
Yes, sir.
Then
That will be required for
Next,
promotion
next,
as a. Apart from that, what are the efforts being done by Forest Department for the saving of wildlife sanctuary? That has also.
what about in terms how to reach? Would be that a plan?
Sir, that will be done in the infrastructure sector.
That will be the infrastructure.
Yes, sir.
There is a basic problem when the foreign tourists come and they face the problem of the lower level law and order issues, theft, ladies not being treated properly. How would you coordinate with the district administration on that?
Sir, first of all, I would like to, if any such kind of incidents has happened, then I would like to bring it to the notice of local administration, and then
You're talking about when it happens. I'm thinking before that.
yes, sir. Before
How?
that, we can try for training local tourist guides who can be acting in a professional manner. They can link, they can act as a bridge between local people and foreigners, and through them we can go for training of the local village people.
Okay, it should be taken to the tourists also, those who
Yes,
are
sir.
coming, because that anxiety, that fear is in their mind,
Yes,
not
sir.
in the local thing. Sarveshwar,
Yes, sir.
as sir said, you get your card, IS you get.
Yes, sir.
I will be on Mirzapur. What is Rugmark?
Rugmark.
RUGMARK, Rugmark.
Sir, I believe it's the marking on the carpet.
For what?
I don't know, sir.
Child labor has not been used. That will be very good thing for, as chairman has said, that the exports had started declining.
Yes.
Do you know the refurbished, what is good weave? Now, Rugmark has been replaced by good weave.
No, sir, I don't know.
One person in India who got Nobel Prize on the child labor.
Sir,
Name
Mr. Kailash Satyarthi.
Thank you.
Yes, you have been a railway, PCF.
I am working in
Yes.
railways also, sir.
So this year budget railway has got the highest allocation.
Yes, sir. Rupees 2.4 lakh
Yeah.
crore.
Do you think railway will be in a position to spend?
Yes, sir. It will be in a position to.
And what are the main projects in the pipeline?
Sir, the main projects are rupees 37,000 crore has been given for manufacturing of new coaches. Already our fleet of ICF coaches are declining and we need new coaches. Apart from that, rupees 30,000 crore has been given for doubling of railway lines, and for construction of new railway lines also some money has been given. For example, in my division, around rupees 500 crore has been sanctioned for construction of a new railway line from Kasganj to Etah district.
Like what is the average kilometer of railway line constructed at present?
So I'm not aware about it.
Okay. And this Vande Bharat
Bharat train.
train,
Yes, sir.
What is the proposal to increase its production, weekly production? You have any idea?
Yes, sir. Currently, we are planning to produce 2 to 3 Vande Bharat rakes per week,
Okay.
and with coming up of more factories.
Right.
Currently, it is being.
Where are these factories coming?
Sir, currently it is being produced at ICF. We are planning to produce it at MCF, and one factory will be established at Panipat, and one more factory.
What is the railways, plan to have some kind of reduced carbon emission? You
Yes,
have-
sir. For that, we have gone for 100% electrification of all the railway tracks. We are removing diesel locos from our
And
fleet.
what is the target date for zero carbon emission?
So for railways, it is 2030.
Okay. Actually, railway has a lot of collaboration with foreign, railway.
Yes, sir.
You didn't mention the hydrogen engine which was tried recently. Won't that stop the carbon footprint?
So that will also reduce the carbon
It's a
footprint.
previous thing that I was expecting to hear from you.
Yes, sir.
There was
Like-
a
By the year
run
end.
by the Sindhitra was run of hydrogen engine by the railway.
Yes, sir.
Hydrogen
that?
engine is.
Yes, sir.
Where was that? Which area?
Hydrogen engine.
Was tried recently.
Hydrogen fuel.
Hydrogen fuel run engine.
Sir, I'm not aware
We are
about.
not aware of that. That's a major plan for railways
This is-
to run the
Sir,
engine.
basically, by the end of December, one hydrogen train will be running one hydrogen train, and in future, railway will plan for removal of all the demo trains. That will be replaced by hydrogen
And
engine
if-
trains.
How this Vande metro is different than Vande Bharat?
Sir, it's basically about interiors. Seats will be removed, and that will be made fit as per the metro.
And what is its length? I mean, for how many kilometers it will be done?
It will be running as per the routes given to it.
It's a small route.
Yes, sir, for small routes.
Anyway, so I was asking about India's, major collaborators, foreign collaborators.
Yes,
who are the major countries with which India has lot of,
Uh,
technical collaboration?
So first of all, it's USA. A lot of engine is imported from USA. For example, General Electric locos have been imported from there also. And earlier we used to have Elco locos, which is also currently being run for shunting purposes. That was also being imported from USA. And with some European Union, we
Which
also
is the major European Union rail producer on like forefront in Europe? Which is the country which is at the forefront of
so it's France.
France? Which is the organization?
So I don't know.
NSFN. Okay. Now they have launched a train.
Yes, sir.
You know that train, which is the fastest train.
Maglev train.
What is the name of that train? It's called TGF. How does it compare with Shinkansen?
Sir, its maximum speed is around 600 to
No,
650.
it's not that much.
Yes, sir.
It is quite high. I mean,
Sir, it-
running speed is 300 kilometer. But if you compare Bullet, I mean, which
Yes,
is
sir.
Shinkansen, I mean, how do you compare both?
Sir, the technology which is being used in France is magnetic levitation. So once we are able to achieve a speed of, let's say, more than 200 kilometer per hour, then wheels will be, the whole train will be lifted with a help
Is
of
it magnetic technology?
magnetic, yes, sir.
Okay.
Magnetic
And
levitation.
And what about Bullet?
Sir, in bullet trains, sir, there is a limitation that beyond 400 kilometers, it's quite tough to operate.
Yeah, but if you compare
It's more costly, sir.
in terms of some parameters,
Yes, sir, it's much
from the
more.
point of view of passenger, which
Yes, sir.
one you will prefer?
So from the point of view of passenger, magnetic levitation will be better, but it's too much costly and it will not be economical for
What
any.
about timeliness?
So timeliness, the TGV train will be better.
No, but the record says that Japan is much better. They are 0.9 second.
Yes, sir.
Anyway,
But Japan is also building a $64 billion railway line, and they are trying to reduce distance between two cities from 4 hours to
yeah,
2
I mean, what is the strategy of railways, for example? What should be the strategy of railway vis-a-vis airways?
Sir,
I mean, how would you compete with airways?
Sir, we can focus on those routes for which our travel distance can be reduced from existing 8 to 9 hours to 5 hours. That will be a much more boost for the passenger, because people, as per a study conducted in European Union, it has been found that people will prefer a 5-hour journey in train rather than going for a 3-hour journey in aeroplane.
What was the major reason India decided not to go for France but to go to Japan first?
Yes, sir. It was mainly because of the availability of resources. Japan was giving us loan for 50 years at a very low interest rate of 0.5%.
Why Japan was giving such a low rate of interest? Can you think of that?
Sir, Japan has a lot of resources. People in Japan save a lot of money. So these
No, it
resources.
is not that. It is because Japan is not growing. Japan, there is nothing to do.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Your subject was sociology.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard of a sociologist called Habermas? If you have
Yes, sir.
heard,
Yes, sir. I have heard about it.
What do you know about him? What is your contribution to sociology?
Sir, he has given one theory which is related to how a theory is being developed. That's basically thesis, antithesis, and then synthesis will happen in the development of a theory as time progresses, sir.
Not exactly. Anyway, I'll leave you at that. Coming to your job profile, what do you do as a
Coaching.
coaching
depot.
depot manager? Yeah.
Yes, sir. I look after the maintenance of the railway coaches, which are mainly passenger coaches. And apart from that, there is one accident relief train. I am responsible for the maintenance of that train and for any kind of disaster management, sir.
Okay. So you think that our maintenance of the coaches in India is at par with international standards, and we send the coaches very safe on the railway tracks?
Sir, coaches are definitely very safe on our railway tracks.
How do you ensure that as a manager of that?
Yes, sir. I ensure by by going frequently to look after the undergear examination being done properly or not, to look that whether all the guidelines.
What are the vital items on your checklist?
So the main checklist, main vital items are, sir, bogies. We'll have to look for that there are no cracks present in the bogie, and there is one biotoilet tank that is also quite important. So we ensure that during the safe run period of 96 hours, fitness, we give fitness for 96 hours. So during that period, it does not fall off, and all the cleanliness work is being done
So
properly.
do you do it yourself, random check, or
Yes, sir, I do it myself.
and
If I do not do, sir, then there are chances that people won't be doing it properly.
and
What was the reason for, let me ask you, this right now the accident took place in Greece. I've read about that. Head-on collision happened.
Yes, sir. Head-on collision.
Why in this advanced age of technology, head-on collisions are still taking place? Can't technology avoid this collision?
Kavach, can you say something about Kavach in that context?
Sir, Kavach is not currently spread all over India. It's limited to particular amount of tracks where automatic signaling is working.
Very few kilometers.
Yes, sir, very few kilometers.
Mm.
A lot of investment need to be done to spread it to pan-India level. Generally, when train enters in any yard, there are some manual issues also. Points are not changed continuously. So when a driver is driving train, he does not have any control over the track on which he is going to go. He only drives by looking at the signal. So if there is any signal fault, then there are going to be chances of head-on collision. And if driver does not follow the rules properly, there is one penal provision of removal from service if any driver, loco pilot passes the signal when it is
How the Indian Railways has minimized the chances of head-on collision technologically or improvement in manpower management and all?
Sir, we have gone for we are currently shifting towards automatic signaling in metro cities like where passenger services are run. So we have seen reduction in number of accidents. Earlier there used to be accidents. For example, one accident happened in 2019 at Hyderabad. Two passenger train collided head-on, and the loco pilot of the train died in that accident. So such kind of incidences are being removed with the help of automatic signaling and training our drivers. Currently, refreshers are being done for the drivers every year. Every year we have to check that they are being trained for the newer technologies, newer directions or not.
One strange thing about trains in India is that the drivers are not given any bathrooms in the cabin.
Sir, in the newer engines, it is being provided. For example, the VAC 12 engines, it has been provided.
VAC 12.
VAC 12.
Okay.
12,000 horsepower engines, sir.
And they are not even air conditioned also.
So they are air conditioned. At the moment, they are.
All the
No, all not all, sir. But heater is provided for a harsh winter in them.
heater is provided.
Heater is provided, sir. Air condition is not provided. It's also because of the fact that giving too much luxury to the
They might get sleepy or something.
yes, sir. It's also one of the reason that
That's also one.
And what is the status of biodegradable toilets?
sir. Currently, all the biodegradable toilets are being maintained on a contract basis, and we use machines to evacuate all the fecal matter from the biotank. Apart from that, we do lab testing of fecal effluent which is coming out of the biotank in each trip. For whole train, around 10% of the toilets are checked.
I think enough we have asked. Thank you. We'll
Thank
call
you,
you back. Better. You are okay. This is your which attempt at IS?
So fourth attempt.
And did you appear for interview earlier?
No, sir, first interview.
This is for its first interview. When it slated?
Sir, 17th March.
You are going to try. Yes, you can always defend your railway thing. You know enough on that. You are supposed to know enough on that. Yes, here and all. However, foreign service is your first choice, and you are on a sticky wicket.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, you are mature to understand what I mean and read up everything possibly.
So I'm working on that.
Yeah, work on that. That will be very, very important. There is a lot to study on international affairs. You can't do that next time. So you have to prioritize. Prioritize means Ukraine war, role of UN in the Ukraine war, India's stand its justification, G20. These kind of things you should be able to.
Neighbor countries.
And how will you like to personally contribute to the foreign service if you are selected for that?
Yes, sir.
How will you contribute to that? So make up some point, I'll do this. It does not mean that they'll only ask about foreign service. IS is your second first choice.
Yes.
So they won't focus just on foreign service. But they'll ask a couple of questions foreign service. Where you are lacking. Okay. You mentioned Mirzapur, although you are from Chandauli. So Mirzapur always is carpet. And carpet is always about child labor.
Yes, sir.
So all these things that we have discussed here about that, you should be brushing upon that. That's my advice. Others can take.
आप ये भी कह सकते हो कि India is a major exporter of
Carpet.
our not carpet. I mean railway,
Yes.
technology, metro and other things. So there, my knowledge, I can promote India's interest in technology. I have a technological background. So that way, that
नहीं
could be.
फॉरेन सर्विस का डिफरेंस बता रहे हैं
हाँ, foreign.
अरे उसका तो सबसे अच्छा तरीका मैं भूल गया India External Affairs Ministry runs an ITEC program, ITEC.
I know.
That's all about technological and
Exactly,
economic cooperation.
exactly.
ITEC पढ़ लेना, ITEC.
Different subject होता है mass communication.
उसमें तो खाली हम लोग उसमें खाली
Very true.
technology related help कर रहे हैं countries को. 68
Yes.
countries we are operating.
Yes, yes.
So just बोलो कि with my technology background, this ITEC program can be promoted in a much better way. ITEC को relate कर दो उससे, तो तुम्हारा उससे काम हो जाएगा पूरा. ठीक है? That you have a huge background in technology. So उससे हो जाएगा. No. Anyway.
I think that's what I mean. You have already mentioned about that because you see, the only thing is that your foreign service, that aspiration you have to justify a little more.
Okay.
And for civil service also, I mean, you must know how the government functions. For example, a concrete question that what will you do if you are in Delhi doing something? So you have to know a little more because how the government functions.
जैसे
It doesn't function on
एक
anybody's
चीज मैं और बता रहा हूँ, इंडिया के आजकल बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स चलते हैं और ज़्यादातर कंस्ट्रक्शन प्रोजेक्ट है, रेलवे प्रोजेक्ट्स है ना. बहुत सारे कंट्री, अफ्रीकन कंट्रीज में हम बना रहे हैं, मॉरिशस में हमने बनाया है और बाकी कंट्रीज में भी हम काफ़ी काम कर रहे हैं. So there your knowledge, when you are posted as a embassy, you can drive that because उस तरह से आप तैयारी कर लीजिए. एक डिवीज़न है जो फॉरेन अफेयर्स मिनिस्ट्री है, उसमें एक डिवीज़न है, डेवलपमेंट डिवीज़न है ना. हम लोग डेवलपमेंट पार्टनरशिप कर रहे हैं. सो देयर माई नॉलेज विल कम.
अच्छा, आप you are scared
No.
because somehow your face shows हाँ अब ठीक है.
No, but he was not a scared.
Exactly. Your best thing is your smile.
हाँ, नहीं थोड़ा ज़्यादा वो लग रहा है.
Conscious लग रहे हैं.
Conscious लग रहा है.
Well, scared नहीं लग रहा.
Scared तो नहीं लग रहा है.
Conscious ज़्यादा थे.
No, I will call it attentive. You were looking more attentive.
More attentive, yes.
Perception, but anyway, थोड़ा बहुत वो लगना. और आप अनुवाद पढ़ ही गए होंगे,
Yes, ma'am.
है ना? क्योंकि जितना भी G20 में हो रहा है या ज़्यादा डिस्ट्रिक्ट एक बार एंड उसके एडिटोरियल्स जरूर पढ़िए. चलिए और
One what I like to mention. See, since railway has been your strongest point, so one of the arts of the interview giving is to keep the board on your strongest point. Now here, your weak point in your strongest area is a little macro picture. For example, there was one question that how many kilometers of railways are being laid every day. Like that, some macro level statistics and questions, concepts, policies, failures, all these you must have.
रेलवे पे तो क्वेश्चन भरमार पूछा जाएगा.
बहुत सारी चीज इस बार बजट में है, किसी को पूछ लेगा ना.
There you should show that you are knowing everything and you can lead.
हाइड्रोजन फ्यूल का बहुत बड़ा प्लान है. अभी रेलवे मिनिस्टर ने बहुत बड़ा स्टेटमेंट दिया, उसको 2-4 दिन पहले पढ़ो उसको.
Okay.
और इंडिया की नेबरहुड पॉलिसी पता होनी चाहिए.
Then some specifics like the northeastern railway, when railway is in northeast, why they have not developed so far, what is being done now. Somebody may ask this, right?
रेलवे में तो कुछ भी पूछ देंगे because you belong to railway in a very good position. They'll ask you anything about it.
The most positive thing I found was your smile. Be like this, Sarveshwar. Railways, as they have said, but think about the management side. Darjeeling has been given because it relates to your foreign service, how the cultural it is doing, how the circuits are made, and foreign service is your thing. And what questions I asked, you could correlate, go with the bang.
Thank you, sir.
यही रहेंगे कि IZ Nagar can be one of the questions. I would have loved to ask you on IZ Nagar.
Yes, sir.
क्या है IZ Nagar में वेटरनरी हॉस्पिटल सबसे बड़ा है. You know about it. मालूम ही होगा. Very good. I mean nothing much from my side. Do well.
All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
तो तुमको तो कुछ नहीं पूछना है.
No, sir.
चले जाओगे IZ Nagar.
अभी सर जाना है.
Is it IZ Nagar or Izzat Nagar?
Sir, in English we call it Izzat Nagar. In Hindi we call it Izzat Nagar.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a big institute.